So it's all about speak up, don't be oppressed. This is going to be particularly, but not just for people that are of faith. Sometimes people that are in the faith get told by others that, they shouldn't be talking about their faith all the time, that, it's too much, or, whatever. That is a form of oppression. And there are people that threaten people. I'm going to do this to you. This is going to happen to you because you talk about faith too much, or something like that. And then they go ahead and say this is what they're going to do to you because you speak about faith. Now, that is a form of hate crime, when there is a threat to do something because of someone speaking up too much, or someone speaking up about their faith. That is not on. And it says here in Matthew chapter 10, verse 26, "Fear them not, therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be known." And again, another one from Matthew chapter 10, verse 28, "And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell." And that is obviously God. God says we are to speak up, speaking up, and sharing the gospel is what I'm going to look for next. Okay, let's see. It says, and this is from God, what God actually says is this: "Go ye therefore and teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost." This is from Matthew 28:19. From Matthew 24:14, "And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come." Psalm 96, verse 3, "Declare his glory among the heathen, his wonders among all the people." Galatians 6:9, "And let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not." And that's it. But it does say at the very top, and what I had said and stated to you was that it should be preached to all nations. "Go ye therefore and teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost." So it's God that we've got to put first. It is God's command, therefore, to teach and to take this information that we have from the gospel to other people. Now, there are ways in which to do that. Fair enough, there's ways to do that sensitively, but if the subject comes up easily, then just go ahead and talk about it. Don't be oppressed by anyone. Don't be told what to talk about and what not to talk about. If you were saying something that was, for example, rude or unnecessary or nasty, that obviously you would understand if someone said to you not to talk about that. But if you're talking about things that are good, things that are godly, things that are divine, and the good news, there's nothing wrong with that. You should be able to speak up and don't be oppressed. No one has the right to oppress you or to threaten you with what will happen if you say this, that, or the next. So that's what I wanted to talk about. Don't be oppressed. Feel the need to speak up, then speak up. So be it. Obviously, think about what it is you're speaking up about. Is it right? Is it good? Is it something lovely? Is it something that's righteous to speak up about? Is it the good news, for example? Then yeah, absolutely go ahead and do it. Let me see if there's anything else I want to say. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna see. There's something about oppression in the actual Bible as well. Psalm 9 verse 9. The Lord also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. And then Proverbs, actually an interesting one. Proverbs chapter 14 verse 31. He that oppresseth the poor reproacheth his maker. That means he reproaches the maker. But he that honoureth him hath mercy on the poor. Isaiah chapter 1 verse 17. Learn to do well, seek judgment, relieve the oppressed, judge the fatherless, plead for the widow. Psalm 72 verse 4. He shall judge the poor of the people, he shall save the children of the needy, and shall break in pieces the oppressor. So, really important one. He shall judge the poor of the people, he shall save the children of the needy, and shall break in pieces the oppressor. So those who are trying to oppress the poor shall be dealt with by God. Or anyone who's trying to oppress someone else, God will judge the person that is oppressing them and will deal with them. Let's see. He that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want. Zechariah, well, that was Proverbs 22:16. This is Zechariah 7 verse 10. And oppress not the widow nor the fatherless, the stranger nor the poor, and let none of you imagine evil against his brother in your heart. And this is a really good one for now as well. In particular, Luke chapter 4 verses 18 to 19. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he hath anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He hath sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives, and recovering of sight to the blind, to set at liberty them that are bruised, to preach the acceptable year of the Lord. This means this is the acceptable time to stop the oppressor. Who is an oppressor? Let's look it up. Let's look up the word oppressor. Oppressor. Okay? A person or a group that oppresses people. Okay, that's still not. Let's look at the word oppress. To keep in subjection and hardship, especially by the unjust exercise of authority, a system which oppressed working people. Okay. Oppressing. Right. To oppress people means to treat them cruelly or to prevent them from having the same opportunities, freedom, and benefits as others. So, one of our freedoms, one of our rights is to be able to speak up. But again, it's about doing that for the right reasons and justly, about what we're speaking up about for the right reasons, whatever that is. Okay? Now, we'll continue to stay online for a little bit longer and see what else needs to be said on this. Let's see. There are times too, though, when we do need silence. There are times too when we do need that quietness. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth. Psalm 46:10. Psalm 141 verse 3, set a watch, O Lord, before my mouth, keep the door of my lips. So there are times where we do need to consider, is what we are saying, is what we're about to say, is it right to say? Is it fair to say? Would God be pleased with this? And of course, it's important therefore to take that into account as well. So very important to have that balance there, to have that temperance, but obviously any form of oppression or overall silencing is not good, or the trying to stop or withhold someone from being able to do something that they should be able to do, that kind of thing, is not good. But then again, there's also having that sense of responsibility on the other end too. Okay, thank you so much, and that's that for now.